10 regions with unreal natural colors you won't believe exist here is something that will completely challenge what you think the Earth is supposed to look like. There are lakes that glow neon pink, mountains painted in rainbow stripes, and rivers that shimmer in 5 different colors, all 100% natural. These places are not the result of Photoshop or movie sets. They are real geological and biological wonders scattered across the globe. Scattered across the globe, some are caused by rare minerals, others by seasonal blooms of algae or microscopic organisms, but all of them look like someone handed the planet a paintbrush and said, "Go wild." Today, we are exploring 10 regions with natural colors so surreal you will think you are dreaming. So, if you are ready for nature's most mind-blowing palette, let's jump in. Cano Crystallis Columbia. Cano Crystallis is often called the liquid rainbow, and honestly, that nickname is not even doing it justice. Found in Colombia's remote Serranía de la Macarena region, this river turns vibrant shades of red, yellow, green, blue, and even purple between May and November. The explosion of color comes from a rare aquatic plant called Macarenia clavigera, which blooms beneath the crystal-clear water when the conditions are just right. But getting there is not exactly easy. Visitors need to fly to a remote village, then hike through rugged terrain in tropical heat, and if you visit in the dry or rainy season, the river just looks like, well, a river. But time your trip right, and you will witness a natural phenomenon so vivid and strange, it feels like swimming through a Technicolor dream sequence. Lake Hillier, Australia. Lake Hillier is straight up bubblegum pink, and it stays that way year-round. Located on Middle Island off the coast of Western Australia, this salty lake owes its shocking hue to a mix of microalgae and bacteria that thrive in extreme salinity. From the air, it looks like someone spilled strawberry milk on the landscape. The color is completely natural and harmless, but here is the catch. The island is uninhabited and only accessible by air or boat tours, which means visiting requires some serious planning and cost. And no, you cannot swim in it, at least not legally, because conservation efforts aim to keep the lake pristine. Still, it is one of the most visually confusing places on Earth, where your brain says, "This can't be real," while your eyes scream, "Screenshot this immediately." Zhangye Danxia, China. If Bob Ross painted mountains, they would probably look like the Zhangye Danxia landform in China's Gansu province. These striped, rainbow-colored rock formations are the result of red sandstone and mineral deposits pressed together over millions of years, then sculpted by wind and rain into rolling hills and jagged peaks. The result? A landscape that looks like a Skittles commercial collided with a geology textbook. It is especially stunning at sunrise and sunset, when the colors glow with an almost magical intensity. But while it is accessible to tourists, walking on the actual formations is restricted due to erosion risks. You will need to view from designated platforms, which can get crowded during peak seasons. Grand Prismatic Spring, United States Yellowstone National Park's Grand Prismatic Spring is not just the largest hot spring in the United States, it is also the most colorful, with deep blues at the center surrounded by rings of fiery red, orange, and yellow. The spring's rainbow hues are created by heat-loving bacteria and mineral-rich water. It is as if the Earth decided to drop its own version of a lava lamp. But visiting comes with serious rules. Stepping off the designated boardwalk is illegal and extremely dangerous. Temperatures can reach over 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and the spring is so acidic it can dissolve organic material. Lake Natron, Tanzania. Lake Natron might look like a serene crimson mirror, but don't be fooled. This place is deadly. The lake's deep red color comes from salt-loving microorganisms that flourish in its alkaline waters, which are more caustic than ammonia and can reach up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. The intense salinity and heat make it inhospitable for most life forms, except for a few tough species like flamingos that breed in its shallows. However, even so, disease is unstoppable. Animals that die in the lake become calcified, preserved like eerie statues. It is beautiful, yes, but in that haunting, do not touch kind of way. Tourists are welcome, but there is not much infrastructure around, so you are going to need a guide, protective gear, and a deep respect for how otherworldly and unforgiving this place really is. Fly Geyser, United States Nevada's Fly Geyser, is like something out of a sci-fi film. An alien-looking cone that spurts boiling water, covered in electric greens and reds thanks to mineral deposits and thermophilic algae. But what makes it even weirder is that it is technically a man-made accident. It started as a drilling mishap in the 1960s, and ever since, the geyser has been growing, transforming into a neon spectacle in the middle of the desert. Nabani, so popular that when Fly Geyser, the geyser is located on private land, but you can now book guided eco walks through the Fly Ranch to get close without disturbing its fragile ecosystem. It is small, yes, but totally unforgettable. Vinacuncha, Peru. Also known as Rainbow Mountain, Vinacuncha is a Peruvian marvel, with stripes of turquoise, lavender, gold, and brick red painted across its slopes. The vibrant colors are due to sedimentary layers of minerals like iron, copper, and sulfur that have been exposed by erosion and geological shifts. It is a breathtaking sight, both literally and figuratively. The altitude reaches over 17,000 feet, and getting there requires a high-altitude trek that can challenge even seasoned hikers. Weather changes rapidly, and altitude sickness is real, so preparation is key. Panjin, Red Beach, China. Every autumn, a coastal wetland in Panjin, China, turns into a crimson sea, not of flowers, but of a unique plant called Sueda salsa. This salt-tolerant grass thrives in the saline mudflats of the Liaohe River Delta and transforms the marsh into a glowing red landscape that stretches to the horizon. It is not technically a beach in the sandy sense, but the visual impact is stunning. The area is part of a nature reserve, so while there are boardwalks and viewing areas, access is limited to protect the ecosystem. The best time to visit is between September and October, when the color is most intense. It is a perfect blend of biology and beauty, and a great reminder that sometimes plants can outshine flowers in the drama department. Havasu Falls, United States, tucked within Arizona's Grand Canyon. Havasu Falls is a turquoise dreamscape where vibrant blue-green water crashes over orange-red cliffs. The surreal color contrast is due to high levels of calcium carbonate in the water, which reflects light in a way that makes the water appear almost electric. But getting there is no joke. It involves a 10-mile hike, camping permits, and months of planning, as access is strictly limited to protect the land. Flash floods are also a risk, so staying updated on weather conditions is essential. Still, for many, the journey is worth every step. Landmannalaugar, Iceland. In the highlands of Iceland sits Landmannalaugar, a geothermal wonderland where the mountains shimmer with shades of orange, green, yellow, and purple. The effect comes from rhyolite, a volcanic rock rich in minerals that reflects sunlight in dazzling ways, especially after rain. Hiking here feels like trekking across the surface of Mars, if Mars had hot springs and moss-covered lava fields. The region is remote, with rugged roads that are only accessible in summer and require a four-wheel drive. Weather can shift from sunny to snowstorm in minutes, so packing smart is non-negotiable. But once you arrive, the landscape speaks for itself. If this list left you in awe, give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and let us know in the comments which place you are dying to see in person, or if you have already been to one, share your experience. And do not forget to share this video with fellow travelers and nature lovers who need a little more color in their lives. Stay curious, stay amazed, and we will see you in the next adventure.